talking. They can hear me right now. Hi. Everybody say hi.
Hi.
Okay, here. So you go. There you go. Okay, so we'll record this. Remember, where does it go on YouTube? Cool to Film.
I'm a subscriber.
There you go.
See your updates.
There you go.
You posted this weekend.
Yeah, I post a lot in my design classes. Cool to Film. So just type that into YouTube and you'll find me. You'll see my picture, right? Okay, let's get started then. Here we go. Again, here's the MLA. What does MLA stand for? Modern Language Association Style. It's the most commonly used to write papers and cite sources within the liberal arts and humanities. Remember, the science is a little bit different, okay? They do have a different format for science stuff. This resource updates to reflect the MLA Handbook 8th edition. Of course, it revises it a little bit each time, but mostly stays the same. Offers examples for general format of MLA research papers and text citations, endnotes, footnotes, and the works cited page. Again, what is this works cited page? Well, you need to give credit for your research. Let's just say I went to the Apple website and I priced an Apple computer. I put that Apple price into my paper, right? How much RAM and all that stuff. You need to give credit to that website that you went to. So you'll take that web address, put it into EasyBib. We'll do this together next week. We put it into EasyBib, and the EasyBib is a website that formatted it correctly for you to put it in the works cited section. Okay? So, this is the type of paper you would put in for your humanities. What are humanities? Social science, right? Things like that. So humanities are English, social science, history. The paper there. If you're in science, it might be a little bit different format. MLA style guidelines, format manuscripts for the English language and writing, provides writer system, sources, and citations. Writers who properly use MLA also build their credibility by demonstrating accountability to their source material. That's what I just talked about. You need to give cite and bibliography. It's sometimes called bibliography. You're giving credit to your research. Okay, so here we go. Here's the format. Type your paper on a computer and print it out on standard 8.5 by 11 paper. You're going to turn it in on Canvas. You don't have to print. We don't even have a printer in this room. You don't have to print. You send it in. I'll read it online. Okay. If you use something else other than Microsoft Word, you can use Pages, it's fine, you can turn Pages into me. If you use something like Google Docs, you can try and save it as Word. I know you can save it as Word out of that, but that sometimes messes up the formatting. You can save a PDF too. Right? So just think about that, It should be in the computer, though, is the whole point there. Double space the text of your paper and use a legible font, Times New Roman, whatever you choose. MLA recommends the regular and italic type styles contrast enough that they are recognized by another. The font size should be 12 point. Everything should be 12 point. No big titles. Don't put big text in your tables. Make sure everything's just 12. And then here's a little secret, of course. We learned about fonts, right? Remember the two types of fonts we have, Serif and Sans-Serif. Okay, so Serif is like they said right there, Times New Roman, right? Times New Roman is like the serif font. And then another sans-serif one would be Verdana, maybe. V-A-R-D-A-N-A. I like Verdana. That's like Verdana. I don't know if it's E-R. Yeah, it's E-R. Verdana, my favorite sans-serif. Okay, why would I use one over the other? Well, let's just say I'm writing my English paper, and your professor says to you, you need at least 8 pages, right? And you're like, I can't write 8 pages with stuff. Well, the problem is serif font has a smaller X height. What is X height? X height is the measurement of a lowercase x, hence the word X height. Okay, so the measurement of times is actually smaller than Verdana. Verdana has a larger X height. The X would actually be bigger. Therefore, you can write less words and get more pages out of Verdana or something, or Helvetica or Arial than you will between Times or some other sans serif. Let me do a little test for you real quick. You don't have to do that. Let's just watch. Let me do a little test here. Let me do a little test. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm randomly typing in my paper. Randomly typing in my paper. Hold on, you'll see. Randomly. Watch a real word show up and I'll be like amazed. Woo! What is that? Okay, just be patient. I'm getting there. Okay, here we go. So we got a bunch of words in there. Okay. Right now it's in a sans-serif font. This Calibri? I don't know. Calibri? That's a sans-serif font. Watch what happens though. Look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6.5 lines. You see that? Okay, so let's go and put, like I said, let's see if our Verdana is in there. Let's see how big that is. No, I can't get it to go down. Oh, really? There's nothing below this? Is there a search feature? There's Verdana. There we go. It is in there. Look at this. Let's count the lines now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost 8.5. Woo! Okay. So that's the same amount of text. Same point size. Look, 12 point right there. Do you see that? Okay, let's change it to times. Let's see times. So we're going to go over here and type in, I guess we can type it in, right? You said times? Yeah, okay. So let's type that in, see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6.5. That's back to 6.5. So I have 8 lines in Verdana and 6.5 in this one, this times or the other one. So if you're writing your paper, the font is not, it needs to be legible. That's all it says is legible. Both of them are legible. If you need more space in your paper for your English class, use Verdana.
Yeah. Actually, if you just type equal sign, lower, open friend, close friend, you'll get like 5 paragraphs and just 4 minutes of text.
Yeah, you'll have to show me when I get back to the computer. Tell me that when I get back. It's just like some dummy text you're saying?
Yeah, just like you said, you do like web development, right?
Yeah.
Like lower.
In Word though, it does it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
So what if it's professor only wants time to lose?
What's that?
What if your professor only wants time to
Then you've got to give the professor time then, I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, hey, if you need more space in your paper, they don't specify, use big font, Verdana. Verdana. Okay? It'll give you a lot of space. Okay, how do I get the dummy font now?
Just new line or whatever, equal sign.
Hold on, let me delete that. Okay. A new line, yeah?
Yeah, equal sign.
Equal sign.
Lower.
Mm-hmm. L what? Or space?
No space. LOREM. And then open and close friend. No I.
LOREM.
Yep.
And
Open and close parentheses.
open. What's an open parentheses?
9, shift 9.
That one. And close.
Close it.
Uh-huh.
Hit enter.
Oh, there you go. And it has some paragraphs. Thank you. Okay, so let's get back to our reading. Just wanted to point out the font to you, okay? You don't have to do that. I was just showing you. So again, it doesn't specify what font. It just says 12 point and don't use other bigger stuff, okay? Leave only one space after periods or other punctuation marks. Okay, we'll get to that when we get there. But again, only one space after punctuation marks. Set all the margins on your document to 1 inch on all sides. That's a common error sometimes. If you're using the old version of Word, and this is a common thing, some people have old version. The old version by default has 1 1/4 inch margins by default, and you would have to go and change the margins before you make your MLA. The new version, this version that we're using, it's already in the right format. So let's just look at where I would change that. So again, the first one we're going to look at is this one, making sure that all margins set to 1 inch. So I'm going to go back to my document. How do I make sure Everything's set to 1 inch. I'm going to make my page a little bit bigger here. How do we change the margins? You go to Insert. Where's margins? No, Design. Layout. There it is. Layout. Sorry, there's so many tabs I get confused. Under Layout, you'll see right here where it says Margins. Okay, again, this is called the ribbon up here. This is where our options are, right? And then we can go over to where it says Layout right here. And you'll notice under Margins, you'll see it's already in the 1 by 1, but everything should be 1 inch round. I'm just making sure to do that is under Layout. The first one says Normal. 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, all the way around. That is your margin. Here's narrow, moderate, wide, mirrored. It depends on what you're looking for. But again, the default is okay in this version of Word. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure it's set by just clicking on it. I'm going to go back to Home. Okay, let's go to the second one. Indent the first line of paragraphs 1/2 inch from the left margin. MLA recommends that you use the tab key as opposed to pushing the space bar 5 times. Now, we're not going to do that. Okay, we're not going to do any of this right here. We're going to let Word do that automatically for us. We're going to tell Word to indent the first line of a paragraph automatically when we're doing. It's in the format option for paragraph formatting. So you don't have to hit the tab key on the keyboard. The program will do it for you, and I'll show you how to do that. Next, create a header that numbers all pages consecutively in the upper right-hand corner, 1/2 inch from the top and flush with the right margin. Your instructor may ask you to omit the number on your first page. Always follow your instructor's guidelines. I'm going to ask you to do that. You're going to omit the page number, your last name and page number on the first page. I will show you how to do that. It's in the paragraph option as well. Okay? Let's write down some notes for the, remember the ones for the test. On the test, it asks you what is the point size for MLA. You're going to write down? Point size for MLA format is 12 points. Remember, the test is multiple choice. So A might be 11, B might be 7, C might be 12, and you're going to put down 12, whatever it is. Also on the test, it asks you what's the margins. We just talked about that. What was the margins? 1 inch all the way around. That is on the test as well. Let's see. We did that. Oh, the indent for the paragraph is what? Let me finish this one. Indent for the paragraph is how much? Half inch. Okay, so those are 3. Yeah, we don't do footnotes in MLA. Okay, so those are the 3 in the test. Write them down again. Point size 12, margins 1 inch, and then the indent for a paragraph is 1/2 inch. So write those down. Get that? Good. Okay. Okay. Use italics throughout your essay for the title of longer works and only when absolutely necessary providing emphasis. So yeah, you really don't need to use italics. It's only for if you're trying to, let's say, you're quoting, doing a quote maybe, or you're referencing a title of something, right? I referenced a title of something, you could use italics, but mostly I would avoid using any italics. Italics is where the words have the, you've probably seen it before, they're kind of on an angle. That, right? You know what italics mean? Okay, italics means the text is slanted on an angle. Try to not do that. I don't think you really need to do that. If you have endnotes, include them in a separate page before your work cited. Entitle this section Notes. You don't need to do that. We're just going to do all our reference will be in the work cited. Okay, let's format your first page. So I'm going to start right here, formatting your first page. If we scroll down here, do not make a title page for your paper. No title page. In the upper left-hand corner of the first page, list your name, your instructor's name, the course, and the date. Again, be sure to use double-spaced text. Okay, here's a problem. Okay. And the problem here is that whenever you're typing your top page, if you hit return, you're making a paragraph break. And what happens in Word is it takes and adds extra space for a paragraph break. So we're going to need to learn to turn that off. I will show you how to turn that off. So, because you want the top to be double spaced, you don't want that extra space in there because it looks funny because it's like woo, really big when it should be like a little bit. Okay, so let's learn how to do that. So get to your paper, jump to Word, and the first thing you're going to type in is your name. Not my name, your name. So I'm going to put in your name. I'm going to hit return. That's okay. You're not doing a line break. Do hit the return. We'll learn how to fix the paragraph break. Just hit the return key. And the second thing is what? List your instructor's name, my name. There we go. You can put in my name. You put in my first name or Professor Raskoff or Jeff Raskoff. Either one, just try and spell my name right. I often get people spelling my name wrong. It's R-A-S-C-O-V. Okay. Hit return again. And then it was the class name, right? This is CIST 002 Intro to Computing. Like that. Okay, and then let's talk about the date. Now, we're not going to type the date in. We do not type the date in. We use the date function inside of Word so that every time you save it, it'll put the new date in there. So you don't have to mess with it. Because you're going to type it today, and if you type the date in there, it's going to be whatever you type in there, right? But if you use a function to put the date in, you save it today, you go home, you come back next week, you start typing again, you save it, it'll put the latest date on there. Okay, so let's put the function in there. To put the function for the date in there, you're going to go under the insert option. And notice in the upper corner, there should be one for date. Is it insert date and time? I'm sorry, it's a little icon. So again, my cursor's below. Look, see how it's flashing below? Make sure it's below. Flashing below. Go to insert, and you'll see right there, it looks like a little clock. Do you see it up there? It looks like a little clock. See where my cursor is up there? Looks like a little, click on that. Click on that little clock thing. And we're going to put in a date. Now the date has a special format where it does day, month, year. And look how the month is spelled out. Okay, see how the month is? So I want you to use this one where it has day, month spelled out, and year. This is the one you want to use for MLA format. I'll show you that example from the web page in a minute, but this is the one I want you to use. And then look where it says automatically, update automatically. That means every time I save it, it's going to put the newest version in there. And then hit OK. Let me get back to the reading. I'll show you what I mean. If you scroll down here, you'll see the sample paper is right here. Again, your name is there, professor's name there, class name there. And look how the date is. See how the day, name of the month, and year. Do you see that? Okay, so make sure you choose that one. Everybody cool with that? We didn't double space yet. Don't worry. We're going to get to the double space. Yeah, it's not double space yet. We'll get to that. Don't worry. Okay, oh, you're down too far. Go back. Return once. There you go. Under, you need to make your window bigger. No. Put your cursor here. All right. No. Go back to 100. You need to put your cursor here. Yep, drag. Better. Okay. Put your cursor here so it's underneath there. Okay. Clock. See the little clock? Up. Okay. And you want to use that one. Okay. Okay, let's get back. We haven't double spaced yet. No stress. We'll get to that. Don't worry. Okay, let's hit return again. I'm going to hit return after this. And we're going to type in the title of our paper, but we're going to center it. So if you go back to home, see where it says home right here? Home right here. Go back to home. And we're going to hit the center box. We're going to center our title. So again, home. See the cursors underneath? Center. And I'm going to title mine Best Computer for Me. Sometimes I do what I call initial caps, where almost for a title like this, I would do capital letter, weird words like for, it could be lowercase, I don't know if that should be capital, me. Remember, you're writing, this is a paper for you. It doesn't have to be this, you can make any title you want. Greatest computer ever made, my wonderful computer, I love this computer, this is the greatest thing ever, I don't know, whatever you want. I just wrote this. Now I'm going to hit return. And before I start typing again, what do you think I'm going to do? Go back to left align. So hit return, and then hit return, and then put your cursor back over here. You see where the left align is? Okay, so make sure your cursor goes back. Center is this way. Yep. There you go. I'm going to zoom it in. Let me zoom in. Okay, and then hit return, and then left align. Okay, so let's type in some text. I don't know, we can use random text if you want, or we can go and steal from the internet if you would like. Do you want to go steal from the internet? Random text off the internet? Or you want to type some random text in? The most important thing is you have to have some paragraphs in there. So, if you want to type in random text, you can. It doesn't matter. We just need to have some text in there so we can start formatting. So, you know, I could just randomly type some text if you want to do it like that. I'm randomly typing in some text, randomly hitting the keyboard. Make sure you hit the space bar, though. A lot of people, when they see me doing this, they just keep typing in text. And then make sure you hit return so you have a new paragraph. Need a new paragraph. New paragraph. New paragraph. New paragraph. And then hit return again to get a new paragraph. This is randomly text. I'm just randomly typing on the keyboard. I know, but I didn't like the formatting of that. If you want to do the formatting he showed us how to do, again, what was it? Equal sign?
Can't make you drink, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, equal, lower, open, and close
Lermo? No. OM?
friend.
Lorem. And round bracket, round bracket?
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem I have with that is it has too many paragraph breaks. That's all. This is a paragraph break here. This is a paragraph break here. This is a paragraph break here. You know, that's the only problem I have with it. Okay, just put in some random text. You can go to the internet if you want. Go to the internet if you don't write in some random text. You can go to Google, type in random text. There we go. Random text generator. There you go. Look at that. Whole bunch of text right there. Random text. Look at all that. Copy that. And then when you paste it in Word, make sure you use the paste unformatted. If you copy and paste from the internet, if you're going to copy and paste text on the internet, under the paste option, see under home, there's paste here, paste special, and unformatted text, yes. Okay, so put in some text, randomly type or copy and paste. I don't know, somehow you need text in there. I can't put it in there for you. So get that in there and then zoom. again, to do the line spacing, hold on, I have to backtrack a little bit because my video wasn't recording. I have to go back in time. Again, I select all the text using Command A. Then right here is the double spacing option. Again, it's 2.0 right here is there. And if I zoom out, you'll see it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Okay, in fact, everything looks fine. It looks like that didn't add extra space. We've got a new version, I guess. We must have a new version. What I mean by that is in the older versions, when I would do that, there would be extra space here, but it looks like they fixed that. So that my whole, I think I told you there would be extra space between paragraphs, but it doesn't seem visually to be that way anymore. So maybe if you're using the old version, you might have to do that. So let's find out how I can do the paragraphs. Remember, the first line of the paragraphs need to be indented by a ½ inch. So here we go. If I select everything, and just watch me do it, I'm going to make a mistake. I like to make mistakes so you can then we learn from our mistake. Okay, remember this would be a paragraph break. See right here, this beginning here. This would be a paragraph break. There's a little space in there already. This would be a paragraph break right here. You see it. You see. So what is a paragraph break? See, I can see into a line, and then we hit return. Usually there would be like a period at the end of this as well. So you know, paragraph break. So we need to indent this a ½ inch. But now we're not going to do it. I know in the MLA formatting it said, hey, you can use the tab key, right? Don't do that. We're going to let Word do it for us. So how we're going to do that again is don't do this. Watch, I'm going to make a mistake first. I'm going to make a mistake. So I'm going to hit Command A, select everything, right? Then I'm going to go to the paragraph options, which are located underneath the, this pull down, where is it? This one, the line spacing options. Yeah, that one. The line spacing options. Oh, and I can't get to the end. I have to hide, hold on, I have to hide my dock here. My screen's a little bit different than yours because I have the projector going, that's why. But let me get to, where's my dock? Oh, there it is. Hide my dock. There we go. I couldn't even get to that. No. Again, the option is where that paragraph, remember the 2.0, I'm going to go to where it says line spacing options at the very bottom. And you'll notice right here is a indentation right here, indentation. And I'm going to go where it says special, and I'm going to say first line. We're going to do this together. Let me just show you a mistake that I make. And then when it says don't add extra space between paragraphs of the same style, I'm going to make sure that's checked right there. And then I'm going to hit OK, and you'll see what happens. Oh, what happened? Well, the top stuff up here indented, and that's wrong because we don't want this indented. Now down here it did right because each paragraph, see, indented here. There's a paragraph there. There's a paragraph there. There's a paragraph there. There's a paragraph there. There's a oh, these are all paragraphs. Paragraph there, paragraph there. So it did do good. Okay, it did do right. There's some extra space here that probably need. There's an extra line there, but other than that, this was the only mistake. So there's two options. Either when you do this, don't have this selected, right? You don't want to have this in the title selected either. You don't want any of this selected. Then do the paragraph option, or you would then do everything like it just did and then turn this off by selecting it, going back to this option, and then turning it off by turning this off to none. So now that would be correct. So let's all do it together. Let me undo all this that I just did. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to select all, but then I'm going to deselect the first 5 lines. So here we go. How do I select all again? What was the key on the keyboard? Command A. Now let's talk about deselecting. So I don't want this line selected when I do this, right? I don't want this line selected, or this line selected, or this line selected, or this line selected. So how do I deselect? Well, you can, how do I deselect? Let me think about that for a moment. How do I deselect? That didn't work. That didn't work. I don't know how to deselect. Yeah, but that, no. Okay, tell me again. Shift, No. Yeah. Okay, well, how about this? we put our cursor at the beginning of this line and drag straight down over all my text. Try that. I put my cursor at the beginning of this line. I don't know. There's got to be a way of deselecting. I'm just not doing it right. Again, I'm going to put my cursor at the beginning of this line and drag all the way down. That worked. I don't know. See, somehow you need to select all the text without selecting the top, this one. Or select all and then undo like I did the first time. Somehow get all that text selected underneath. I just held the shift, or not shift, I held the left mouse down and dragged over top. If I got the text selected, then I'm going to go right here to this option again, the paragraph option. And we're going to go to the very last option where it says line spacing option. Line spacing option. You see that? And then again, right here where it says indentation in this option, we're going to go to where it says special here. Right here where it says special. And we're going to hold that down and we're going to say first line. And by default, it puts a 1/2 inch, which is what we want. But again, you could change that if you want right here. Again, first line, 1/2 inch. And then the other option I like to check to make sure it doesn't add extra space between paragraphs of the same style. See this one right here? That doesn't add extra space between. So if you do this and do this, you will be in the correct MLA format. Do you see that? Again, first line here, and don't add space there. Boom. And it puts it indent there, indent there, indent there, there. Oh, this one didn't get it. No. It's okay. If you have extra spaces here, you might need to remove them. Mine had some extra spaces, I guess, somehow. Okay, everybody got some text and at least 2 pages. Does your text run at least to 2 pages? Does your text run to 2 pages? Okay, make sure your text runs all the way to 2 pages. Okay, so let's do the header next. So there is an option. We have 2 pages. Indent. You had some extra stuff in there, that's why it's kind of extra stuff. When you copy and paste, you have to make sure you paste this no unformatted, right? No formatted. Because right now when you paste it, it's formatted in something. For the paper? Yeah, because you don't want the links in there. It has to be all text. Looks good, you got extra space in between there. Okay, you guys got the indent right? You got the indent good? Where's your paper?
I'm looking for it, sir. I'm gonna get it done.
Okay, it's a Word document. Make sure you do that. Okay, let's do the header. Okay, the header is a little tricky. when you put in the header, let's make sure you start on the second page. I find it easier to start on the second page. So go down to page 2. How do you know if you're on page 2? Well, if you look inside of Word in the lower left corner, you'll notice down here it says page 3 of 3. So I'm going to go to, like I said, there should be one that says 2. I'm going to go to the second page. If you have extra space, you can delete that as well. Oh, I'm on 3 of 3. Oh, here's page 2. See, again, it says page 2 of 3 right there. See that? And it tells you how many words you got. Remember, sometimes your professor asks you to have a certain amount of word count, right? You need at least 700 words in your paper. It'll tell you how many words you got right there. Okay? Then, of course, it tells you down here also proof for errors, English. We'll do spell check and all that next week. Okay? So there's spell checking we'll do and things like that. But for right now, formatting is important. Okay, so we're going to go to the header option. So now we don't actually put in the header. It's kind of a lie. Now you are supposed to put a header. Let me go back to the website so you can see. Remember we were reading the this website. Remember the website here? So we were doing the first page, which we started. Okay, create a header that numbers all pages consecutively in the upper right hand corner 1/2 inch from the top and flush with the right margin. Again, your instructor may ask you to omit the number on the first page, which I'm going to ask you to do. Okay, so to do this, we're going to go to the second page. Like I said, I'm on page 2 of 3. I'm going to go underneath the insert option, and I'm not going to use header. I'm not going to use header. I know it says header, but I'm not going to use header. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the page number. You see the option that says page number? It's like 2 over, right? Do you see it? It's like 2 over. It says page number. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to say page number. I'm going to click on the first option. Okay. And I'm going to say bottom of page. No. We're going to say top of page where it says header. Right side, right? Didn't they say it should be on the right side as well? And then where it says show number on first page, I'm going to deselect that because I don't want it on the first page. And then I'm going to say, okay, what does it do? Well, if you go to the top of the page, you should see a number up there. If you go and click on that twice, it'll let you select it. And what you need to do is you need to put your name on there, last name only, and then page number. So see if you can do that. I will come and help you. You want me to do that again? I'll do it again from scratch. Let's do it again. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Let me undo. Okay, again. We're going to start again. Here we go. I'm on the second page of my paper, right? Page 2 of 3. I'm going to go underneath insert, and I'm not going to insert header. That's kind of complicated. This is what I find easier. You go over to where it says page number right here. See where it says page number? I'm going to click the pull down menu there, and I'm going to go to where it says page number, the first option there. Do you see that? Does everybody see that? Page number. It's under insert. And I don't want bottom of page. Remember, it needs to be at the top of the page. So I'm going to click on where it says bottom of page. I'm going to change it to top of page. Do you see that? Then it says alignment right is what I want. It's supposed to be on the right side. And then where it says show number on first page, I'm going to deselect that. I don't want your page number and your name on the first page. And then I'm going to hit OK. And you'll notice if you scroll up to the top of page 2, you'll see your number sitting there. See that number? That tells me, hey, this is page 2. But of course, you need to put your name next to that. So in order to put your name next to this, I'm going to double click on that page 2. It's a little, well, I did it last time. I don't know why I won't. Oh, there we go. I had to click a couple times. I'm clicking like mad here, trying to get it there somehow. And then you got to get your I bar in there. Oh, there we go. I finally got my I bar in there. I clicked a couple times to get my I bar in there. Then I put my name on there and a space like that. That looks beautiful right there. So when you're done, if you get that to work there, say close header and footer. There's an option that says close header and footer, and this is perfectly correct, 100% A++. So go and do that. I will come around and help you. My audio here. If you want to see the ruler, you know, if you want to view things like rulers and stuff, it's all under view here. And you'll notice there's a checkbox for ruler right here. So if you want to see a ruler while you're working and doing things, right here is ruler. And again, make sure that if it's 1 inch, you'll notice it should see 1 inch there and 1 inch there. So that will actually help you see that. It's under View Ruler. There's a checkbox right there.
Are the instructions for this up on Canvas?
There is instructions to follow the MLA format, and I'm making a video. You have to follow the website, the MLA website. That's what we were reading from. Right here, see it? General guidelines right there.
Thanks.
Yep, or watch the video. I'm recording what I'm saying. You could go home and listen to me talking all over again. It'd be like reliving this whole entire nightmare all over again. Okay? Come on, we're almost done. Okay, we got to do the works cited page. Oh. Okay, so we're pretty much set. Now, I didn't do the paragraph or the tables yet. We can make one table today, but I don't think we'll get to all the tables today. We do got the first page pretty much set the way it is. You can see the little sample right here. See the sample? But remember, I told you to get rid of this on the first page. Sometimes people leave it on there. The reason why I don't like it on the first page is it kind of seems out of place, right? Because you got your name and all this stuff, and it just kind of sitting there. I don't know. That's the reason why you might want to get rid of it. Just visually, I don't know if it's that. And your teacher might want you to put it there. Again, it was that checkbox in the paragraph option that did that. Okay, so you get a sample. You can see it here. This is a sample. First MLA paper. There you go. Okay, and then books, there we go, and so on, and then they tell you some formatting. If you have to format, you can format some stuff there. But again, make sure everything is 12 points. Don't do bigger size and stuff. Okay, let's do works cited. Okay, now mostly our works cited. First thing for your works cited, it's a bibliography. You're giving credit for your research, okay? So you need to have it on its own page. So I'm going to go back to Word here. I'm going to go to my very end of my paragraph, okay? So here's my last page, page 3 here. You see how it says 3 of 3 down here? I have 3 pages. You might have 2. You should hopefully have at least 2. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Just go to your last page. Before you don't type words cited here. It has to be on its own page. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert a blank page, then do the works cited. To insert a blank page, of course, is going to be under Insert, and you see there's a page option in the upper left corner. Again, go to the last page, go to the very last page that you have, go to where it says Insert, go to where it says Pages, and if I hold my mouse down, you'll see it says blank page right there. Do you see that? Again, there's a little pull-down menu. Again, Insert, Page, blank page right here. Boom, and it makes a plain blank page at the end. It should be now page 2 of 4. No, I don't want that on page 2. Oh, it put it in the wrong spot. Ooh, undo that. I'm going to undo that. Put your cursor at the very end. I'm sorry. Make sure your cursor's at the very last page here. Put your cursor at the very last page, somewhere down here. Then go Insert, Pages, blank page, and there we go. It should go on its own page, and as you can see, it's 4. You can see it, and since mine was 3, now it's 4. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the word works cited in there, and I'm going to center it. Then I'm going to hit return, and then put it left align. So again, I'm going to type in the words works cited like that, and then I'm going to go underneath the home button, and I'm going to say center. See how it's centered now? And then I'm going to hit return, just like we did with the title. Remember doing that with the title? And then I'm going to say left align, and then we'll get started. So get to that point. I'm going to pause. I'll come and see where you're at. Make sure your cursor's flashing over here, though. No, there is one problem, though. Of course, it's too far over. Because remember, there's a paragraph option there that's telling it to be extra paragraph, a ½ inch extra. So you might need to go and change that to turn this off before you do that. Remember this option right here under the line option? That looks better. Again, it actually puts a little bit extra space in there, so if you want, you can go here, or you could just hit the delete key and it will delete it as well. That does work. Okay, so let's say I'm doing my research. I go to apple.com and big news, wonderful. And I'm looking for Macs. I'm looking for a beautiful iPad Pro. I love my iPad Pro. I want to buy, and I hit my buy button, and I want my 15-inch MacBook Pro, and I want this one $2,799. I go and I add to bag and do all that stuff there. So I'm not going to go all there. You don't need to go do all that. The most important thing is you're at, and when you're doing that, don't go into detail. Just use, as you read the address up here, you'll notice I'm going to Apple Shop Buy Mac MacBook Pro. This is the top line. And once you start going into the bag, it starts putting data in there from a database. So you want to kind of start with the top, and the database sometimes messes the easy bib up. So go to kind of the top level before you start even buying anything, because basically this is your research page. Okay, so even before you start clicking on, click on the computer you want. I want a MacBook Pro, but don't start hitting buy. We'll do that next week and all that. But I'm gonna reference this. This is gonna be in my work cited. So how I do that is I highlight the address right here. I hit copy, which is Command C. I go to my EasyBib website. What is EasyBib? Well, we can just go to Google and search EasyBib. Again, I'm going to go to Google. I'm going to type in EasyBib. Oh, there it is. It even pops up. It knows I want an EasyBib. Again, EasyBib is a free bibliography generator in the MLA. APA is the scientific one, and so on. So I go to this website, and then I go and I put so EasyBib, your online writing hub. Where are we at here? We're going to personalized writing suggestions from EasyBib. No, we don't need that. We want to guides and source. We want MLA format guide right here. And then I'm going to go and cite this. What do we want to cite? We want to cite a website. So we're going to choose a source. We're going to put the address in there. See the address right there? I'm going to put the address in there. And then I'm going to say cite this. So again, website, put the address in there, cite this. And it spits out the appropriate site right here. And again, it says cite. I hit cite. There's a bunch of ads, I know, but it works. And then it goes and it says, hey, everything's fine. Next step, hit continue. We're almost done. And then it says it's missing some information. Well, of course, there's no author for this, so you can kind of just leave that alone. It should put the date in there. I don't know why it's not putting the date in. I'm going to hit complete citation, and then it should give you, here it is right here, this one right here. See it right here? Yeah, we should put the date in. I should have put the date in. I kind of made a mistake there. I should have put the date in. But once it spits it out right here, you see it right here? I don't know why it says Canada. Why am I in Canada? I don't know. And then you can copy this somehow. Oh, I don't have it. Well, I guess I have to put the day in. What is the 18th today? And this is what? October? No, September 2018. What is the date today? 13th? Wow, I don't know why. Update citation. Oh, now they're having a free sponsor message. I guess we can't view sponsor message every 48 hours. No, I don't want to view. I guess we have to pay for this or what? I've never paid EasyBib before. Oh. How do I get rid of it? What do I have to do? Oh, what am I doing?
You've got 20 seconds.
How do I get out of it? Oh, I'm waiting for...
20 seconds and then you can use the cipher.
No. I don't know. I see students use this successfully. As you can tell, it's not the easiest site to use. Let's put it that way. No. Bummer. Okay, maybe we'll have to...
Click on the little arrow key that appears by the side of the...
This one?
No, go down a little bit. That's a shirt for you. A shirt for mine. Yeah. You have to interact. There you go.
Under the harvest sky,
Go
some
up.
creatures find
Go up, it's all done. Done. Good.
No, really? Evil! Oh. Oh man, it's gonna make me do this all over again.
Something is right there.
Where?
Go down. Right there. 14 September 2018.
No.
Right at the bottom.
Oh, here it is. This one. I don't know. I'm gonna copy and paste that. Somehow we'll have to do it by hand, I guess. Damn. But that should be like that. Yeah, I don't know why it's saying Canada, but it should be proper. Notice how it didn't have the italic. You need to italicize the Apple name, I believe, right?
They did it for me on mine.
Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of the hardest part of this whole thing is the works cited. We'll have to, I don't know. No, you don't have to number them at all. You just list them. I don't know. Maybe if you just look at the format here, it has how to cite footnotes, endnotes right here. See it? Formatting endnotes. Works cited basic format right there. There's a way to do it. It tells you how to do it. Rules for the works cited. And I think they even have rules for electronic sources. See right here? This would be a website. See right here? So this is the way the website should be. And they give you a sample. Here, look. Here's a sample of the website. So, I don't know. We might have to do that. Oh, look. Here's a website right here. Here's another one. I don't know. We'll have to do that. Okay, let's save our paper and turn it in. How about that? Okay, because you got to turn this in for homework. We'll do it next week because we're going to be doing a lot of research next week. Don't worry. We'll have to do this again. I'll have to think about the easy bib. I don't know. That was a little difficult for me. So don't worry about it. Make sure you have works cited page, though. You guys all have at least one page, right? You got a page there for it. Even if we didn't do it together, that's okay. So let's save it. Right now, we haven't even saved our document. So we want to save it as a Word document. So I'm going to go under File, Save As. And I'm going to go and I'm going to put it on my desktop for right now. You might have a folder on your desktop. You put your name in there. And then, of course, put your name in the title there for Jeff Meskoff Computer Paper. So save that on your desktop, your template that you can write your paper in. Okay, now you need to turn that into Canvas. You turn it in for next week, so it's already we're already doing next week's homework. There you go. See, we're getting a lot of things out of the way. So if you go to Canvas and you go down to where it says week lesson 4, week of September 17th, you'll notice the first option says writing MLA formatted sample. Do you see that? It's under lesson 4. Turn in what you just did into this assignment box right here. Do you see it? You should have a submit button up there. You need to turn it in. Go back to Canvas and turn in what you did. I will look at what you did, and I will make sure it's right. If you make a mistake, I will tell you, hey, you need to do this, do that. So I review what you put in there. And if I see something wrong, I will tell you. Okay? So make sure you turn it in. Canvas. The spacing is wrong. The spacing is wrong here. Just give me a minute. I will help. Okay, you guys okay over there, back there? You all done? Did you write notes for that? At least the notes for the test, right? You got all the tests? Do a test one?